Hello everybody, this is Tanya from Vibrant Living with Tanya, and today we are rolling and breathing. So let's come down to our roller. I actually have some fluffy socks and a shirt beside me because sometimes I find I get cold when I start to relax more. So if you've never been on a roller, basically this is how I get on, but you can get on any way that feels comfortable for you, just making sure your head and your lower body are all, your whole body is on the roller here. So we're just going to open up through here, and we're just going to have the sensation of just opening up through the chest. This is a very relaxing class, and we're going to focus on connecting to the breath. So just by opening up this chest here, we're allowing space in our shoulders, in our chest. And just take a moment to notice your breath, how you're breathing right now. Where is your breath? Is it in your throat, your chest, your back, your ribs, your belly? And are you breathing in and out of your nose or your mouth, or your nose and your mouth? Okay, so we are going to bring our hands onto the belly. Now, if you find that you need to stabilize yourself with your hand on the floor, do so. But if not, we're going to bring our hands into our belly. And I like to close my eyes, but you can have yours open. And I want you to breathe deeply into the belly. Feel that hand rise and fall. We're just going to focus on the inhale here for a moment. Now you could do this part without a roller, but it's such a gift to have our spine on the roller. And one more inhale. Okay, now we're going to focus on the exhale. So you're going to breathe in. Now when you exhale, I want you to connect with your root. So through your rectum, squeeze in through there in the lower back, and I want you to think of making your stomach small without tensing your legs. And I like to think of my belly button like a drain, and everything's pulling down my belly button. So we're going to practice the inhale, exhale here. Through the nose. Squeezing through the root, squeezing, making that stomach small. Now, the more we can get into this breath, the more we can start to be more in the present moment and release, relax, and calm ourselves down. It puts us in a parasympathetic nervous system. It allows us to rest, digest, relax, release, let go. When we breathe through our mouth and shallowly, we're in a sympathetic fight-flight, more anxious, more clenched. So we'll do 3 more deep breaths here into the belly, big exhales. Slowing that breath down. And when you think you've squeezed everything out, I want you to squeeze a little bit more. This is a very detoxifying breath. And one more. Nice. And then just flip your arms into cactus. And we will come back to this at the end of the class, but just wiggle your fingers. Now, while we add these actions in, still being aware of that breath into the belly, and notice if it's shifted back into the chest. And then wiggle the fingers and move the wrists up and down. And then relax the elbows to the floor, opening that chest a little deeper, and you can move your arms on the floor, just opening up through the chest. This gets so tight and congested. Breathing into that belly, exhaling through the root. Nice. And then when you're ready, we're just going to roll off the roller. So I just put one side of my body down and lay all the way down to the floor. Take a couple of breaths into the belly. Exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Excellent. Okay, we are going to roll up. I'm going to put my socks on. And we are going to put the belly, the roller underneath the belly here. Okay, so just above your hip bones, you're going to take this roller. And this might feel, different for some of us because we have not put a roller here before. But for those that are joining me on Zoom, who are my regular class participants, we do this exercise. So here again, I just want you to breathe into the roller, feel your belly pressing in, and then exhale, squeezing through the root, squeezing the stomach small, or the core small. Now, if you're wondering, Tanya, do I have the roller in the exact right spot? There is no exact right spot. You can come right on top of the belly button. You can come higher onto the ribs. You can come down a little lower towards your hip bones. Wherever you want to go. You can bring your body all the way over the roller so you are like this. And again, just practice breathing into the roller. Exhale, squeezing through the root. Squeezing that tummy small. And this might be uncomfortable on your ribs. And you know what? That's okay. When you're exhaling, squeezing all that air out, you might find your ribs coming closer onto the roller and then opening. And in my membership program, I talk about rib release. So just go at your own pace here. We're going to do 3 more deep breaths in. And out. And then we're going to roll back up onto our elbows, if you are not there already. And we're going to come right onto our hip flexors, so just below this bone here. So when our hips get tight, they hold a lot of tension, but it's emotional tension. It's fight, flight. It's deeper than what we even realize. So just do a little massage back and forth on these hips to open them up. Breathing again into that belly. And then we're just going to hold and lift the left leg up. So it's not how high the leg goes, It's just we're opening up and stretching and releasing the front of the hip. So the shoulder blades are down. That right leg can be on the floor, or you can lift the knee off, tenting the toes. And we're just going to breathe into this hip, into the belly. And if that leg is getting tired, you can put it down. One more deep breath in. And then bring that leg down and lift the right leg up. And just notice right to left if there's any differences in flexibility, feeling in that area. And one more deep, slow breath. Nice, putting that leg down. Now you're going to roll right on top of those bones. Give them a tiny little rock back and forth massage. Draw your shoulder blades down. And again, we're just going to lift that left leg up and take a nice breath in and out into the belly. And when you think you can't exhale anymore, keep exhaling. And then slowly bringing that leg down and lifting the right leg up. Massaging right on those hip bones. These get very tender. If this is too much for you today, you can just roll off and just lifting that leg up. Remember, it's about what you can do. Breathing 2 deep exhale here. It is definitely a practice to work on this exhale. For me anyway. And release coming down. Nice. Now you may feel some work in your lower back. That's fine. So let's come into a little child's pose here. And I love using the roller for a child's pose, putting my hands up top and bringing my forehead down to the ground. And then again, just you can open your legs nice and wide so you can let that belly just drop to the ground. We'll do 2 deep breaths here. Big exhales. And slowly rolling up. Okay, so this side breath that we're going to do is a little more advanced because we get very compressed through the ribs and the hips. So I'm going to start on my right side, and you're going to put the roller between the ribs and the hip bones. So this is when we can have tenderness in the ribs. I want you to go very slowly if you have never done this before. Now, you can have your legs any way you want them. I like to bring my left leg up here and put my left hand on the roller and slowly roll forward and backwards. So you may feel a bruised feeling. You could feel some shearing, some pulling away from the bone. You can feel some bumps. You may feel a sharp pain. This helps with hip problems, sciatica, low back, organ, bringing in breath, fresh oxygen into the organs. Lift yourself off your shoulder so you're not dumping in. So we're lifting through here and just rolling slowly with the breath into the belly. So the next day you may feel tenderness in this side here. And again, that's okay. We want to open this up. The benefits of working through this pain are well worth it when we get to the other side. So just notice where you feel the tightest, and you can just breathe in here. You could come down and hold your head like so. This is a little more intense because you're putting more pressure into that side now. And you can even lay all the way down. But if you are losing your breath, you need to come back to the breath. And let's do 2 deep breaths here. As you exhale, you're going to feel the ribs and the hips getting closer together. Inhaling, you're going to feel that open up. Big exhale. One more breath. And on the exhale, slowly rolling up. Keep your legs where they are. If you were on your right side, you're going to lift your right arm up. And let's just open this side. Now, when I was younger, even into my late 30s, I would never have done this class because I was all about cardio and weights and hard and pushing. But ever since I have allowed myself to breathe, my stress has come way down. Let's switch the roller to the other side. I am way more relaxed. I sleep better. I've actually reshaped my body because when we're in, so coming through here on this left side, bringing my right leg up, and again, lift out of your shoulder, rolling back and forth. When I did not know this before about 35, that's when I really started to change and have a more balanced approach to exercise, even though I was a Pilates instructor and personal trainer, etc. Rolling back and forth here, that when we are in a chronic state of low-grade stress, which most of us are, our bodies cannot heal. And if you are wanting to lose weight and you're not adding this into your practice, I highly recommend it, because when we bring our body into this parasympathetic state, it allows our body to rest, relax, release, let go, better digestion. So I was always in a hurry, too busy, pounding it out, and I was actually harming my body. And I know this work can seem boring, but I actually do more of this now than anything else. Releasing my fascia, doing slower workouts. I still like the HIIT and everything. Rolling back and the heavy weights. But definitely have added more breathing and fascia work into my practice. So again, find any spot that is really tight, and notice the difference from left to right. Do you feel more crunched on this side, more open, or maybe you feel the same? And again, if you want a little more intensity, you can come down here, but please remember, this is harder than it looks. And we are really getting, these bottom 2 ribs are floating. So tomorrow you may feel tenderness. And in my membership program, I talk about rib release and what to do about it. I talk about why we're getting wider and shorter, and this move definitely helps to lengthen our bodies and bring a waistline back in. But, you know, instead of on the superficial level, the other benefits are just increasing oxygen flow to our organs, improving our posture, realigning our fascia, which I'll explain in a moment why is something we want to do. Good. How's that feel, everybody? Again, move slowly. Now just hold a spot here. Breathing in and out. Remember, connect to the root. Connect to the breath. Squeeze your belly small. And you can spend a lot of time doing this. Sometimes I'll get my phone. I don't do that as often in this pose, but when I'm laying on my tummy, which we're gonna do next. All right, exhale and slowly lifting off. Nice, and stretch that left arm. Opening through that side, draw the shoulder blades down, and again, breathing into the belly. Exhaling all the toxins, the garbage. And coming down. Beautiful. Okay, so this next move, we're going to put the roller this way again, and we're going to lie on it. So our pubic bone is going to be pressing into the roller, and our sternum. So again, this may not feel great for many of you. This was very painful when I started doing it, and now I don't really feel much at all. You can have your head on the roller, or you can be up and off the roller. Your choice. And just take a nice little side-to-side rock here. So we hold a lot of tension in our pubic bone. And our pubic bone is actually two separate pieces, so you might feel more tension on one side more than the other. So we're not going to spend too long on this. This is, you know, I have lots of classes in my membership program that address this. But let's move a little bit now to center and then into the sternum. So if you can, you're going to have your arms out to the side at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Now a lot of times people will either take their arms back or forward. So you really want to pay attention and then see if you can lift the arms up. Now make sure they don't come back here. They're up here. And just really feeling that open, draw those shoulder blades down. And sometimes, if your head is off, you may feel a little more into that sternum, but you decide, you play around with it. Drawing those shoulder blades down, checking your arms so they're 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, and opening up this chest. Now see, if I bring my arms back here, I can go higher, but it's not about that. It's proper alignment. Good. Lifting this up, opening the chest. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. Feel that whole body connect with the roller. And then bring the arms in. And let's just put the right side of our face on the roller for a moment and take a nice deep breath in. Feel that belly make contact with the roller. Move your head to the other side, noticing one side to the other. Nice. And then slowly coming up. That just gives you a little taste of what we can do. Now we're going to start back where we were on the roller, laying all the way down. Good. And we're going to take our arms up and then just bring them down into cactus. And just notice if you feel a little bit more open, oh, you may feel some, cooling sensation, heat sensation, tinglies. You can do little tiny rocks side to side, which actually helps improve our posture, our balance, and our electrical being. We are electrical beings. And the best way I describe this, so while I'm talking, breathe into the belly and really focus on that exhale. is that if our fascia is not aligned, think of a light and you're plugging it into a socket. And obviously, if you plug the light into the socket, the light is going to turn on. Well, when we are out of alignment, we are like the lamp trying to put the plug in the socket, but we're 2 inches over the wrong way. So there's nothing happening. And that's what's happening in our body. And this is why the breath work and the fascia release is so good for our immunity and de-stressing. Because I'll use this example. If we have calcium cells and they're not aligned, it doesn't matter how much calcium we have until we get the alignment back in. And I'm just using that as the most simplistic example. So instead of being 100% efficiency, maybe it's 40%. So just by doing this breath work, this fascia release, oh my goodness, I cannot tell you how much improved my breath is, decrease my stress, how much healthier I feel. I don't get sick anymore. I used to have chronic bronchitis, a ton of like breathing problems, and I don't have any of it anymore. So the power of the breath and the fascia, the rollers, the blocks, the balls, all that stuff I use inside our membership program is so beneficial to add into the practice. So let's just take 2 more deep breaths in here, into the belly. Put your hands on there if you want to. Exhale, squeeze through the rectum, squeeze that stomach small, or belly small. Think of your belly button like a drain. We're still exhaling, we're getting rid of all that nasty, stale air. And now we're going to inhale. And exhale. Keep squeezing. And relax. Nice. And then slowly peel yourself off the roller, coming all the way down to the floor. You should feel your head is heavier, your shoulders are heavier to the floor, perhaps your hips are heavier. There's tingling in the body. Oh, my goodness. So as you move about your day, just notice your breath. That's all I want you to notice for right now. Just notice the fact that you are breathing into your chest and you want to breathe into the belly. And my goodness, that was half an hour. Wowzer. We went over our 20 minutes, but it was glorious. And if you love that roller class and the breathing, please connect with me. And we have a wonderful membership program that has roller classes, weight classes, HIIT classes, stretching classes, nutritional classes, etc. So by all means, connect with me. I'd love to give you some more information. Have an amazing day, everybody, and breathe from that belly. Bye. All right, on Zoom. In fact, you know what? I'll sit here. How was that, everybody? Oh, I have to unmute you. Good?
Good.
Feel way more relaxed?
Yeah.
Oh, melty. And did you notice your breath getting bigger at the end? Good. Good. I'm just talking to my class over here that we just had that. Oh, I can't believe that was like half an hour. It just flew by. Anyway, I thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see some of you tomorrow for HIIT, and then I'll see you next week for classes. Bye. So everybody, I do my Zoom classes That's what we do. We do them for half an hour live, 4 days a week. We have bonus classes like this one, and then you have a whole membership at your fingertips with all the classes I've ever taught. And I have abs challenges, butt challenges, nutrition challenges, etc., etc. So anyway, from my heart to yours, breathe deeply. Let's calm ourselves. Thank you.